Se você curte o modo sombrio que contamos as histórias nesse canal, ajude-nos deixando um like, se inscrevendo e compartilhando nossos vídeos. Muito obrigado. Agora vamos embora para mais uma Loca Pop.
And he's no saint, never was.
Cynthia Lennon was John Lennon's first wife. They were married in 1962.
John, why did you have to get married?
Because the same reason anybody gets married. Don't want to be slushy like, but you do, don't you? When you want to get married, when you got to go, you got to go. I always say. What's it got to do with you?
Não podia ser coincidência que a banda tenha se separado logo um ano após aquela estranha mulher aparecer no meio deles.
It's a story many people don't know about and one that drives hardcore Beatle fans crazy. May Pang was the approved mistress of John Lennon while he was married to Yoko Ono.
Time that I spent with my first living boyfriend.
This first live-in boyfriend happened to be John Lennon.
True. A little different than most people would think, yeah.
My name is May Pang, and this is my story.
I was their personal assistant. I did whatever was called for.
What kind of things would you shoot on a daily basis?
Taking care of everything, working in the studio, doing clothes, doing the publicity.
How did you feel about your dad during those days?
I don't know. His dad, you know. Nothing more, nothing less.
As you grew older? I know it's difficult here.
Well, I mean, it was dad at first, then it became Beatle, you know, and then dad again. It was one of those strange situations.
As time went on and you went off to America, how did your relationship with your dad develop then?
Well, I don't know. It sort of built up like a.
You know, Dad separated from Mum when I was 4 and 5, so he went off in another direction. I didn't see it much at all. And you know, the only
3 or 4 years old?
yeah, I maybe saw him 4, maybe 8 times at most before his death. And so,
How old were you then?
17,
So 14 years you had 8 years with your dad.
maybe a few more here and there, but it was few more.
Was it bodily
It
or?
was different.
Yeah.
It was very different. Also, see, because he started a new life with Yoko and having another baby, sure, the whole attention was directed over there. So, I mean,
Wow.
when Mum separated, all she asked for was clothes for my dad, food, my stuff, and enough money to put me to school.
Julian recebeu uma quantia significativamente menor, o que gerou ressentimento. A relação entre pai e filho era complexa e marcada por distanciamento, especialmente após a separação de John e Cynthia Lennon e o novo relacionamento com Yoko Ono.
John Lennon, a lenda manchada, o homem desvelado. John Lennon, ícone da paz, foi elevado a um altar tão brilhante que suas falhas foram ocultadas pela devoção de milhões. Mas sob essa luz, existe uma realidade sombria: violência, traições, abandono emocional e justiça tardia. Esse é o retrato do homem por trás do mito, reconstruído cronologicamente e envolto em uma atmosfera perturbadora que não desculpa, apenas revela. A violência contra Cynthia, o ato que rasgou o silêncio. No fim dos anos 1950, ainda estudantes em Liverpool College of Art, John viu Cynthia dançando com o músico Stuart Sutcliffe. Sentiu uma crise de ciúmes e a empurrou tão fortemente que sua cabeça bateu na parede. Cynthia descreveu isso como, abre aspas, um impacto gravado não só na carne, mas na alma, fecha aspas. Anos depois, Lennon racionalizou o episódio, abre aspas. Estava numa raiva cega por anos. Eu estava ou bêbado ou brigando. Fecha aspas. O nascimento de Julian e a ausência paterna. Em 8 de abril de 1963, nasceu em Liverpool Julian Charles John Lennon. Cynthia enfrentou o parto prolongado e deu à luz praticamente sozinha. E John, em turnê, só viu o filho em 11 de abril. Julian mais tarde se firmaria como artista nos anos 80, lançando álbuns de sucesso como Valotte, de 1984, com hits como Too Late for Goodbyes, e se tornando indicado ao Grammy de melhor artista revelação daquele ano. O primeiro encontro com Yoko Ono e ruptura inevitável.
Was he writing music at this time?
No, it's a period of great change in John's life. He didn't know which direction it was going to take, but the direction was chosen for him anyway.
By?
Well, by the meeting with Yoko, and that was it. That was the first contact. And then it was, we had a few letters from Yoko asking for help with her cause and her art. And then it just...
And you were not suspicious?
It's very hard to be suspicious under those circumstances.
Em novembro de 1966, John Lennon conheceu Yoko Ono na Indica Gallery, em Londres. Um encontro carregado de tensão silenciosa e imediata. Quando Cynthia voltou da Grécia em 1968, após uma viagem de férias, encontrou John e Yoko sentados no chão da cozinha, em roupão. Abre aspas. Como se eu não existisse, fecha aspas, disse ela. O divórcio foi consequência inevitável. The Lost Weekend, a traição legalizada e caos afetivo. Entre 1973 e início de 1975, John se envolveu com sua assistente, Mai Peng. O mais chocante, Yoko Ono legalizou esta traição, sugerindo que Mai fosse amante para dar tempo ao casal. Ela monitorava pessoalmente o relacionamento, acreditando que isso poderia consertar a sua relação com John quando isso fosse propício. Mai Peng confessou, abre aspas, Yoko disse, você será perfeita para ele. Hoje vejo que queria era controlar tudo, fecha aspas. John descreveu esse período como de liberdade intensa, abre aspas. Talvez eu tenha sido mais feliz do que nunca. Fiz música linda, me afundei em álcool e loucura, fecha aspas.
The time that I spent with my first living boyfriend.
This first live-in boyfriend happened to be John Lennon.
True. A little different than most people would think, yeah.
My name is May Pang, and this is my story.
I was their personal assistant. I did whatever was called for.
What you do on a daily basis?
Taking care of everything, working in the studio, doing clothes, doing the publicity.
And then Yoko approaches you with this odd proposition.
True.
Yoko walked into my office and said, John and I are not getting along. I want you to go out with him. Well, are you kidding? I can't do that. He's my employee. He's my boss. He's your husband.
Okay, so what was the initial something that happened? What was it? Was it a cup of coffee? Was it you guys go hang out? Was it?
No, we were on our way to the studio, and as we got into the elevator of the Dakota, I remember the elevator door closing, and all of a sudden, he just turned around and he kissed me, and I just went, oh my God. I said, just stand on the other side of the elevator. Don't come near me, please.
I was 23, and my first boyfriend was John Lennon. Lost weekend, and everybody keeps talking about it. It happened so long.
Well, it lasted for at least a year and a half, but, you know, give or take longer, you know.
People from Warm John, they had in the previous years. Jammed with Mick Jagger, with Ringo, Harry Nilsson, Elton John, David Bowie.
How deep was this relationship?
Oh, very deep, to the point that at one point even Yoko had asked for a divorce, and he said fine.
She did not realize it was going to turn into such a big love affair.
Reconciliação, nascimento de Sean, redenção ou conveniência? Em 1975, no começo do ano, John e Yoko se reconciliaram. Em 9 de outubro daquele mesmo ano, nasceu Sean Caro Ono Lennon, em Nova York. Sean seguiu carreira musical, assim como seu irmão Julian, lançando vários álbuns solos e projetos com a mãe, e bandas como a Claypool Lennon Delirium, além de produzir artistas como Lana Del Rey, vendo a música como uma forma de se conectar com o pai perdido. Assassinato e beatificação. A santificação pela morte. Em 8 de dezembro de 1980, John Lennon teve a sua vida ceifada em frente ao edifício Dakota, em Nova York. Imediatamente o mundo enterrou o homem imperfeito e criou o mártir pacifista. A morte silenciou feridas pessoais, mas são essas feridas que não podem ser esquecidas. Julian e a herança negada, justiça tardia, feridas profundas. Julian Lennon iniciou uma batalha judicial após receber uma pensão anual de apenas 2.400 libras e um fundo de 50 mil libras aos 25 anos, irrisórios diante dos cerca de 220 milhões de libras deixados por John. Após 16 anos, conseguiu 20 milhões de libras em acordo judicial, mas afirmou, abre aspas, não foi só um abandono financeiro, foi um abandono afetivo, fecha aspas.
I mean, when Mum separated, you know, all she asked for was clothes for my back, food for my stomach, and enough money to put me through school. So we grew up basically not poor, but we weren't poor, but we weren't rich.
Not like you think John Lennon's son would grow up.
Oh no. And it was very difficult for her and for me because the majority of people still today in the world believe that, you know, I've had millions since I was 3 years old.
You and Leo said that.
Yeah, and I've always worked for my own money. I've waited, I've done this, I've done that, and finally I took off with music. So, I mean, everything that I've done and my mother has done has purely come from our own hard work. You know?
It seems that everyone knowing or hearing of your father seems like they know your father and how that.
Well, it's very difficult because, I mean, I appreciated the man's music very much. I think he and the rest of the guys in the Beatles were phenomenal. But as a father, I don't have much respect for him at all. And as a person, it's something good. I mean, I forgive him because obviously it must have been a very difficult and strange time, especially with the huge success and just the diversity of moving around the world, meeting different creative people. So I understand it, but from a son's point of view, looking back to see where his father was, knowing he was around, but not communicating, was a difficult thing to do. And so I have a lot of, there is still some bitterness there, of course, but there is forgiveness also.
A idolatria cega, o mito que apaga o real. Ainda que expostos os abusos, traições e injustiças, muitos continuam a ver John Lennon como santo. Essa devoção mitifica e silencia vítimas. A arte dele, brilhante, não deveria proteger um homem falho, Reconhecer sua humanidade é respeitar a verdade e honrar os que ficaram marcados pela história. Este foi mais uma Maloca Pop.